Craig apparently looks a little old.
Well,
and
no,
he just complained about it.
I quite like doing TV in the dark.
I think most viewers enjoy
I don't know what was happening. I was hearing the noise.
And here's the other question. Do Barcelona even need to get near their best? Which we certainly saw in the Inter games going forward.
Yeah.
Not defensively, because if you lose 7 goals in 2 games, you're doing things wrong. But that's the way they've played the season. But do they even have to get anywhere near 90-95% of the best to beat this Real Madrid side, particularly in its current guys, with the form they're in, with the pressure they're under, and with the injuries they have? So I'm not even sure we need a full strength 100% Barcelona turning up. I think as long as they play the way we know they can do, particularly going forward, and manage to sort of squeeze Mbappe and Vinicius, who we think will be the front two out of the game, I think they're going to be good.
What's interesting, Lewis, like, if I'm a Real Madrid fan, I'm hanging my hat on that second half performance in the Copa del Rey final. That's what I want to see from the start. And to Craig's point, if we can play like that, if Real Madrid can play like that, then they will push them, surely, all the way.
Yeah, but it's not many times that we've seen that Real Madrid. I was right. Dortmund, we go back to Dortmund. Yes, it's true. And we mentioned all the time. Do you remember? And I remember that in some of the shows that we did, Craig always go to Dortmund because we remember that game and that intensity and that desire and determination of Real Madrid. But we haven't seen that much. And you play away and you are needed. You need to get that result, and you maybe push yourself and you rush yourself, and that's something that Barcelona can get in the way. But I still think that Barcelona, in the moment that they are right now, they are favorites for the game. But also I can tell you that this Real Madrid, with 2 sparks, they can score you 2 goals and you still haven't started even the game. So that's my worry concern when we are talking about this Barcelona side, that in the past month it looks really, really vulnerable.
What's really interesting in all the build-up to this game from a Real Madrid perspective, Craig, it's not Kylian Mbappe, it's not Vinicius Junior, it's not Bellingham, it's Arda Güler. It's kind of the big talking point, given his performance against Celta Vigo.
Is he going to play? Is he not?
Well, I think he'll definitely play. I think he'll play. There'll be no Rodrigo. But does he make enough difference to this side to give them that edge?
Who else is making the difference? You know, because
that's where we're at.
That is where we're at. And if you watch him against Celta de Vigo, he had a sort of defensively he had a structured role, but offensively when they had the ball, he could pretty much float around, and he did. You know, obviously got on the score sheet, was a creator as well with a great pass through to, I think it was Mbappe in the second half, and he sort of floated around and picked up nice positions, and he's very tidy on the ball. And his chances have been limited, but that's kind of where they are. Ancelotti's looking for somebody to come in and help him out and make a difference. It doesn't matter who it is. He turned to his bench and he said, I need some help. And at least he's put his hand up at the Güler and said, look, give me a chance. So he's taken it. This is the bigger step, the bigger opportunity. Can he make that difference? Can he be the supply chain for the front guys in a game like this away from home? That's the big question.
If I'm Hansi Flick, I will be more worried about Arda Güler and his free role in the middle of the park than Rodrigo, that I know is going to be there in the right side. He's, of course, the speed. He's very quick and skillful, and he's dangerous, but he hasn't been in great form, to be honest, in the past month and a half. And you got Arda Güler, and he floats around, keeps the ball well, and he's got that timing. Fantastic pass, and you got 2 players up front who can do the job. A couple of runs, a couple of good passes from Arda Güler, and Barcelona is in trouble.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. A lot more, of course, to come over the next couple of days as we count down to the start of El Clasico. More to come from us today as well, as Craig this morning cooked us a paella. Mixed reviews, I'm afraid. Much more on that a little later on in the show.
Oh, wow. Can't wait to see that segment. Glad we don't have to taste it, though. That is for sure. Let's talk about goalkeepers, because we've got you here, Sheka, and obviously we saw some great goalkeeper displays in those Champions League semi-finals, particularly that of Jan Sommer and Gianluigi Donnarumma. Whose was better?
I go Jan Sommer. I thought, well, without question, there was a difference between the two, between Barcelona going through or not. And just as an individual performance, I thought that was as good as I've seen for quite some time. That does not mean in any way to minimize Donnarumma's performance for PSG as well. And Donnarumma has had a reputation over the years as being capable of the brilliant, but also capable of an error or two. But I thought his performance against Arsenal, is this the save from I think it was Odegaard, top of the box, this was a good reaction save. There's one that Odegaard hit very early on from the top of the box that came through bodies that he got down. This is the one. That is an incredible save when you consider how big Donnarumma is. The fact that he does not, I don't think he even sees Odegaard when he hits it, and the number of bodies that it comes through. I thought as goalkeeping displays, Jan Somers comes on the Tuesday, and you thought nobody's going to come anywhere close to equaling it. Donnarumma just about did. And again, while I lean Jan Sommer in terms of the better performance, that is not to take anything away from Gigi Donnarumma in what I thought, again, but for Jan Sommer, we would be saying is one of the standout performances of this Champions League. Not just the Champions League round, but Champions League competition in total.
Yeah, here a look at some of those saves from Jan Sommer. Obviously saw big stops from Eric Garcia, Lamine Yamal those later.
Lamine Yamal could have had a hat-trick. He's probably home now wondering, how do I not have this match ball? And quite simply, it's down to, again, another brilliant goalkeeping display by Jan Sommer, who for years I think was regarded as the second best goalkeeper in the Bundesliga. Maybe struggled to find his feet or rhythm with Bayern Munich once Manuel Neuer got injured, but then has found a home in Inter. And again, producing the kinds of performances that we saw from Mönchengladbach for the 8 or 9 years that he was there. And again, I don't think anybody's ever doubted or disputed his quality other than that short spell at Bayern.
Do you agree, Stevie?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much all the goalies did well. I mean, Raya for Arsenal made some incredible saves as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, these semis were as much about the goalkeeping as the outfield players. But regardless, all of it was fantastic.
You have no idea how happy it makes me to hear you say that, Stephen.
Well, we don't often get the chance.
Exactly, and that's my point.
We're usually talking about a goalie throwing one in, let's be honest.
I'm going to save that little bit and play it over. That's going to be my ringtone on my phone from now. Yeah.
Yes, a lot more talk about the Champions League you can keep up to date with over on our YouTube channel. Make sure to do that, where we did have to put that question, of course, to Shaka Hislop, now that we do have him here. When you are over on our YouTube channel, make sure to click subscribe.
Rapper Sean Diddy Combs was a kingmaker. He had wealth, fame, and power.
What's up? Welcome to New York!
Until it all came crashing down.
Federal investigators raiding 2 homes owned by hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
I'm Brian.